Appliance, and we have Kate's Poperella in the house today, and she's going to help us out figure out kind of all sorts of desserts, I guess we could do to celebrate the holidays. I mean,
absolutely.
Have a little fun into it, and flavors. Oh my goodness.
So many flavors.
How many flavors do you have again, Kate?
Oh gosh, over 150 flavors.
That is
so
incredible. Many. And you were on with us a couple months ago, and we sampled so many flavors, and each one had that distinct flavor. It was amazing.
Yep, we create it from pies, candy, ice cream, like anything that you can get inspiration from. Yeah, we love it.
We want to thank you for coming here today, because I know you have an insanely busy day at Pride of Dakota, really
so
for the weekend. Incredible. So you're going to be down there, but first, before we dive into that, I need to know a little bit how we make a cake pop.
Yes.
Because that's the fun part. You know, all the girls are at home are just like, I want one, but you got to make it first. You got to know how to, you got to like enjoy it a little bit.
Absolutely. So get your hands in here. So this is a great example of what dough should look like when you are ready to start rolling your cake pops and cake balls. So the dough itself is used for both cake pops and cake balls, whether it's going on a stick or whether it's just a cake ball with no stick. And this is a great consistency. I like to say it's kind of like Play-Doh. It has no cracks. You can kind of easily spread it apart.
Not quite cookie dough.
Nope.
In a way. It is definitely, I would say Play-Doh is a good description.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it holds its shape. It's kind of, Play-Doh is kind of an interesting way to describe cake, but it is. It should be able to be movable. And so like this one is funfetti. So prior to crumbling a cake, we added sprinkles to it.
Okay. Yep.
So kind of just depending on the recipe, you know, if we were doing cookies and cream, Oreos might be getting crumbled into it. During the holidays, cranberries, lots of fun things can get added in.
Yeah. So to make the perfect cake pop, this is too big, I'm assuming.
That is too big.
I mean, much as we want to eat.
Yeah, right? I mean, you can maybe dip that. So you have a scoop here. So typically that is how we like to scoop our cake balls. So, I mean, you can stick it back in here if you want and kind of scoop from it. We do roll everything, well, I roll everything by hand just because I've done that so many times. I basically can get the consistency.
I do have a question for you, though. If somebody's making this at home, their own dough, how do you know, like, what do you put in it to make it not as thick? Is it just water then, or is it kind of a secret in its own way? Or
it is a little bit of a secret of its own.
Or if it's too thick or too thin, what do you do?
Yeah, it's kind of just going to depend. So like for cake pops, I always like to say, you never want oily dough, and most of our recipes we use very little oil, sometimes no oil at all because it's not needed. The more oil you have, you'll notice on a cake pop over time, it seeps through the stick.
Got it.
Which you don't want.
A little soggy then.
Yeah. Nope. So it's kind of nice. I always like to say you want it moist.
And go from, is that too much or do you want heaping?
That's
too much.
Yeah.
Pack it in.
Good. Yep. Yep. And then you
just roll it out. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Do you have more than one size, or is this pretty much
no,
it?
This
is it.
That's typically our traditional side.
These in here are finished then, because you dip it in chocolate and more sprinkles.
Yep.
So granted, that's a different kind.
Yep.
But it just looks bigger in there, maybe because of the chocolate.
Because it has chocolate, and sprinkles over it. Yep. So then, the biggest thing is keeping the cake balls round, because you obviously want a round cake pop on a stick.
While we keep doing this here,
Yeah.
let's talk about the cake balls that you have in the advent calendar, because that is super fun.
Yes.
And time's running out.
Yes. So this is a really fun option that we offer for the holidays. This is what the packaging looks like. It is a 12-day countdown for cake balls.
Okay.
And so this is a really fun option for people that have maybe never tried our product or want to try a sample but don't want a dozen of them.
Yep.
So you'll start with box number 12. And inside of each box then we'll have a different flavor.
And you start 12 days out from Christmas,
correct.
Right? Okay.
Yep. And so then it'll be a 12-day countdown, and then when you open each box, it'll tell you the flavor that you get to try, and then you'll have 12 different flavors you get to try.
And they're all unique then, right?
It is, yes. And I love it because my customers, they write little notes throughout the at the end of it, so that they know when it comes to ordering again for like birthdays or other fun events, what flavors that they liked and that they can order throughout the year.
But time's running out to order those.
It is, yes. So this weekend is the end of our pre-orders, so they need to be in by Sunday.
By Sunday, so you can order them at Pride of Dakota this weekend as
well?
well?
You could if you wanted to. You can reach out to us, or you can go to our website, katespoperella.com, or Facebook or Instagram.
Okay, we love it. All right, we're going to come back for part 2 and just talk about everything else that you're offering, because there's...
Perfect.
I got to try the puppy chow. Thanks, Kate. We're going to be right back with more North Dakota Today after this.